life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual Planter Clinic at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings, February 19th and 20th. This hands-on event offers expert training on John Deere planters and performance upgrades, covering topics such as new technology, in-cab monitors, maintenance points, and options to increase your operations profits. New this year, classes on autonomy preparation and exact shot. Don't miss Landmark's Planter Clinic, February 19th and 20th in Hastings. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Boyd Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoydFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, snow continuing throughout the day. And it will be cold. We'll see an afternoon high of just 13. Tonight, decreasing clouds and a continued cold, a low of 8 below. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. An afternoon high near 23. Meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, Austin Norman here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, February 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex for weigh-ins for Saturday's The Heart of the Lion boxing event. Weigh-ins are at 6 p.m. and the public is welcome to be there. That's Friday the 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue, just off Cornhusker Highway. Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, snow continuing throughout the day. And it will be cold. We'll see an afternoon high of just 13. Tonight, decreasing clouds and a continued cold, a low of 8 below. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. An afternoon high near 23. Meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, welcome on this beautiful Wednesday wonderland here in the capital city. We got Nick Holder down on the ones and twos, a.k.a. Professor Squim, a.k.a. that man, a.k.a. Nicholas Sainer. Nicholas, good morning.
Good morning.
We got Rafferty holding it down in Alabama, Sweet Home, Alabama, Huntsville. Raff, what's up, man?
Not too much. Just sitting here building my ark. It's raining a lot.
Okay.
Nick, look at that little machine.
Oh
outside.
yeah, little tractor.
Yeah.
It's little.
It looks like a little booger on wheels.
Look at that. We got two of them out there. Yeah. showing the camera outside there. They're hard at work moving snow. They don't even know they're watching, and they're being watched by hundreds of people.
Shout out to all of our folks, our snow removal that are out there this morning. It started very early. Raff, we're getting snow. You're getting a lot of rain, correct?
Correct. Yep.
How much? Like, what are you thinking? Like measurement wise?
I would think probably over 2 inches over the last couple days.
Oh, so it's just like a monsoon there.
Yep, just keeps on coming down. Backyard's flooded. Lolo's working on her backstroke, stuff like that. Or probably doggy paddle. She's more of a doggy paddler.
Doggy paddler. Well, the good thing is you don't got to shovel that though, man.
Yeah, that is positive.
Nick, okay, do you do the shoveling, Nick?
Yeah.
Did you do any this morning?
No.
You just said screw it. Well, it's still snowing too, though.
Yeah, it's still snowing. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not able to at this point. I'm getting close though. The bag,
getting close,
man. Raff, the walk is slowly, surely coming back. I feel like I got 2 tennis balls in each one of my butt cheeks, though, man.
That's just the muscle.
No, it's like they're like knots, like that are
Some
still
people
in there.
would be proud of that.
Yeah, it's like 2 pit bulls back there. But dude, it's tight, man. It's tight. But like I said, on a scale of 1 to 10. It's probably about a 6.5 now.
Well, that only decreased by a half.
Hey, bro, that
yesterday.
half. Hey, I'm gonna tell you though, that half is major. Nick.
Okay.
It's major. I still didn't sleep the best last night because you can't get comfortable.
I feel like we're just stringing this out. I feel like
I feel like I'm about to knock you the hell out.
Oh, come on!
That's what I'm feeling
Come
right
on,
now.
AD.
Until you've dealt, you know how it goes.
I know exactly how it
goes.
Oh yeah, I know how it feels.
You can't rush it back. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Because I got a little expeditious yesterday. All right.
Oh,
I was moving some stuff in the basement, just finding some other books, and my back was like, "Oh, so you won't play?"
Yeah.
It was like, "Take that."
Yeah.
I literally went to my knees, like, "Oh, and you just make a note. I was like, "Yeah, I'm done." So it reminds you pretty quick that you got to take it easy.
Well, you feel good, and then until you make one subtle movement,
yes,
and then you feel horrible.
You better believe it. Even Louis looked at me like, "Hey, bro, you good?"
yeah. I can't help you up. Yeah, right.
There is a lot of snow. It's bad when UNL calls it.
Yeah. Man.
Raff, UNL doesn't have school today. LPS doesn't have school. Man. Nick, during your time at UNL, how many times do you think they canceled class because of weather?
I think there was one day where we canceled because of cold. I think it was the brutal cold. I think it was one day. But you have to remember, unfortunately, guys, I went on in a time where like online classes were just becoming like a very popular thing. And because of the pandemic, obviously.
Right.
And so unfortunately, those professors, they get they feel really, really excited about being able to say, hey, look, we won't have in person, but guess what? Thanks to our new technology, we can still meet virtually. So we're going to meet virtually tomorrow. So don't feel like you got to go outside, but just stay inside and still go to class.
Sure you tune in
so
on
yeah,
laptop.
there wasn't very many snow or cold days.
Raff,
Now, remember, Nick, when you talk about those professors, you are now one of them.
No, I am not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
How are you not part of that group? You teach a class?
We're not.
Do you teach a class? It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Then you're a professor. You're part of that crew.
That's not my title.
Well, you're still part of the professor, though, man. Thomas Lincoln, good morning. He goes, AKA NTR, nicer than Raff.
Whoa!
Oh.
I'm not even the one that said that, Raff.
What?
I'm not even the one that said that.
Shots fired.
Wow. Wow.
We got David Renew just throwing in just random lyrics. He goes, making the tears run down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom.
Whoa.
I'm not sure what was that. I know what he's talking about. It's gonna take a while to think about it though. Unknown texture. Good morning. 3994. AD got butt implants. No.
Tennis balls.
Yes, he did.
I tell you, man, as big as my butt is already, those jokers be like Q-tips for my big old butt. Man.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got a big old butt, man. They used to call me Buffalo Butt. It bothered me in junior high.
That's better than Bubble.
Well, actually, it was high school when they called me Buffalo Butt.
Better than Bubble Butt.
Well, that's called, you don't know this name, but if you remember Good Times, which you don't, Nick, you're too young, there was a guy in there called Bookman. He was the janitor, and they called him Buffalo Butt.
Gotcha.
So
for the same reason?
He was a little pudgy.
Okay.
He's kind of pudgy. He was kind of pudgy. So, folks, we do got a lot of snow. Not a lot. We got, 2.5 maybe inches right now?
I would say about 3.5 inches.
Text line, let us know where you at. Heat check. Where are you at? What's the temperature? Where are you at? What's the temperature like now? Here in the capital city, we are looking at, and it's going to get a lot colder. What do we got? We have 9 degrees in Lincoln. That's what you got to, Nick? 9 degrees, but it says it feels like -8.
Jeez.
9 degrees feels like -8. It's supposed to snow here for the next 2 hours, give or take. The next forecast, though, does not look good, though, man, for the next few days. Dude, tomorrow morning, they say anywhere from -20 to -22 degrees.
Yep.
I highly doubt students will have school tomorrow either.
100%.
Yeah, they won't have it there. Brad from Baldwin, what's up, Brad? My brother, he goes, I like the view. 48th Street and plowing. Man, Brad,
nice.
That's a big rig you got right
there.
Yeah,
Brad's got one of the big ones.
I like that, brother.
They trust you with all that machinery, huh, Brad? Pretty special.
Oh, man. LL Cool J, Dave. Yes. AD Kardashian. D-Train, good morning. I don't know where the fall went. No idea. Here, go ahead.
I mean, 2 Sundays ago, I was golfing. So here we are.
That's
unfortunately far from it.
Well, I'm going to tell you what else, Raff and Nick, that something has been far from it. Far from humility. You guys, what happened to Coach Hurley at Connecticut?
This is quite the transition.
What's going on? Raff, Nick, what's going on?
That's just who he is, though.
Fill him in, though. You know what I'm talking about. Fill him in.
Yeah. So
the last 2 instances.
Yeah. So Dan Hurley's, fallen into some temptations of
head coach at UConn.
Head coach at UConn. He is a fan of letting the fans know that he's better than them. And so last night, after he beat Creighton at Creighton, he pointed to the fans and said, 1, 2 rings.
Yeah.
He kept showing his fingers.
And then he says to another guy, I will kick your blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
I was like, what, Raff, what's going on with him, bro?
Yeah, that's
I think that's just, look back at Bobby Hurley back in his heyday at Duke. I think that arrogance is kind of what adds maybe to some of their greatness. It's that they have that about them where they think they're better than everyone else. And remember how hated Duke was back in the day with Leitner and Hurley?
I still don't like
him. It kind of runs in the family.
Hey, Dan Hurley called somebody yesterday in the stands. He goes, Baldy. He called him Baldy. He goes, 2 rings, Baldy. 2 rings.
Wow.
I thought that was incredible.
I thought it was fair.
There's something about like the menace part of it, because that I do enjoy, and it makes for good TV. I don't know if I necessarily would want that in a head coach, but in all honesty, guys, we know exactly what the Creighton fans would be saying to Bobby or to Dan Hurley if they would have won last night. And then in the post game, I don't know if you guys saw this. Dan Hurley was like, man, I just wish more fans would have stuck around while we were beating them so I could have told more fans that after the game. And that's what I'm saying. He goes, he literally said, he was like, man, I wish more fans would have stuck around, but we were beating them, so they started leaving early. Wow. I mean, like those types of things are now granted, from like the perception it gives for the university, probably not great, right? It's probably not awesome. But number one, you win. Number two, you back it up, and it's now becoming kind of your calling card, if you will.
Well, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I think it was 2 weeks, when he gets to the ref and goes, explicitive. Do you know I'm the best coach on earth or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm just like, Hurley, you know what? Here's the deal, Raff and Nick. Pride cometh before a great fall. All I'm saying, man, be careful with that, man. I mean, Tottenham fans, okay, it is what it is. But when you yell at a Raff, and say, I'm the best blankety blank on the planet, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's just teach their own.
Yeah.
Teach their own.
Here's the thing,
guys.
guys.
Just like, come on, bro.
Once
you
again,
will be humbled.
I truly, I think a lot of it is when you win, nobody really asks questions or has a problem with it. Like, you have a problem with it, guess what? When he beats you.
I got a problem with regards if you win it or not, man.
Okay.
So
okay.
I can see trash.
I don't know, man.
He's the Christian Laettner of coaching.
I can see trash, but when you go to a ref and say, do you know what a blank I am? I'm the best coach on this planet. Come on, bro.
Well,
really?
there's those types of things. Yes, but I was talking more specifically last night.
Yeah, Tottenham fans. I mean, that I ain't got a problem.
Well, here's the thing. If you knew anything what Creighton did towards him at the start of the game,
I ain't got a problem with that.
Once again, you win. You win on the road. You take care of business.
Yeah.
Let the people know. And so I think a lot of it came from he didn't show any disrespect towards Greg McDermott. Didn't show any disrespect towards Creighton, towards the actual basketball game.
Mouse.
It was just a matter of a couple of the banners that they made. What was it? It was like the Dan Hurley cried Memorial Tunnel or something. They named it last night where he walked out and they had a sign. Like, that's instigated by the fans. And once again, if UConn loses, every single one of those fans that sticks around is going to be jawing right at Danny Hurley.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just going to be expected to take it. So now, guess what? This is that competitive piece of it. As a fan, you go knowing there's a chance your team might lose. And with that, guess what? Dan Hurley reminded you just how many rings he has.
Well, even with that being said, kind of the top 25, just in-state basketball, that's when we're going to go. We weren't planning to go this way, but Hurley, I wanted to discuss that. You got Auburn still at number 1, Bama at number 2, Duke at 3, Florida at 4, Tennessee at 5, Houston at 6, Purdue is at 7. Every time I see that P, I just think about how they beat the smoke out of us about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Texas A&M is at 8. St. John's is 9. You rounded out with Iowa State at number 10. So it's getting that good time right now. And obviously Creighton dropping one last night. I think 8 makes them 18-8 right now. They're ranked number 24. Then Maryland, who we play, they're number 25, 18-6. And guys, there is a ton of Big Ten schools in the top 25 as far as that goes. You got Michigan State that's in there. You got Wisconsin that's in there. Michigan's in there. Not a ton, but enough. And you got Maryland that's in there. So 5 of those out of the 18 teams in the Big Ten are located in that top 25, and that'll get more interesting as it goes around as well.
It was a really good night of basketball last night. You look at some of the games that were played across the country, especially in the SEC, who's probably going to be the next best best conference, if not the best, just one spot in front of the Big Ten. But you look at you look at some of the games that were played, a lot of ranked matchups. Kansas State, who is not a very good team. You remember they had that NCAA tournament run about 2 or 3 years ago. That
he's not so hot anymore. Their head coach,
man.
Jerome
Tang is not the great. I mean, it's not viewed like that. The former Baylor Bears assistant, but Kansas State at home able to knock off 13th ranked Arizona. Auburn, number 1 in the country. Janai Brune is probably a name that a lot of people will need to know by the time March Madness comes around. Probably the best player in the country. Janai Brune for the Auburn Tigers. Auburn wins on the road at Vanderbilt 80-68. Alabama, you want to talk about a team that is not doing so well? The Texas Longhorns. Alabama goes on the road to face Shaka, and they beat the Texas Longhorns. Shaka's at Marquette now, but Alabama beats Texas on the road 103-80. They win on the road. Number 3, Florida goes on the road to number 22, Mississippi State, and wins 81-68. Kentucky 15th ranked, led by Mark Pope in the first year of John Calipari no longer being there. They sweep the series against Tennessee, who's the top 5 team at home. They beat them 75-64. Then there's 2 more I want to mention.
Bring it.
Both from the Big Ten Conference.
There it is.
The first one, the Indiana Hoosiers go on the road to the Michigan State Spartans, 11th ranked Michigan State. Indiana wins 71-67 in East Lansing.
Hold that real quick. How big of a win was that for Coach Woods, Mike?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, considering that he's not going to be back next year.
Yeah, because I don't think he's. I think
it's been finalized.
Yeah,
it's been finalized.
He's stepping down.
He's stepping away.
Yeah.
But then here's the other one that plays in part with, or plays and is connected to that. The Michigan Wolverines at home knock off 7th ranked Purdue 75-73. Now, why is that a big deal? There's a coach, Dusty May, former Florida Atlantic head coach. He's an Indiana Hoosier. He is. Dusty May just signed a contract with Michigan, obviously, because Michigan, this is his first year.
Right.
He ends up, they're in contract negotiations to extend him at Michigan because there's thought
Do you think
that Indiana is going to come after
What's
Dusty May.
What's his current buyout?
Oh, it's probably a couple million at least. He's getting paid $3.6 million a year. So you're talking about Michigan being able to extend him and give him a pretty nice bump to stick around. Michigan's a top 20 team in the country.
Right.
So we'll see what happens if Michigan's able to hold on to him or if Indiana tries to snipe him.
Let me ask you guys this, both of you guys, Court. Raff, if you were him, do you stay at Michigan or do you go home?
Oh, I think you go to the money, wherever the more money's at.
I go to Indiana because
the basketball school, maybe.
The basketball buy-in is huge there.
I see Mike Woodson in Indiana going on a roll to end the year, and they ask Mike Woodson to return next year.
I do not. I 100% do not.
Come on, Nick.
I don't. Raff?
No.
You guys, I'm not sure. I mean, it depends on what type of money you're talking about. Because think about this, you guys. There is ample case studies right here in town. Going home is not always the best decision to do, especially if you've been losing, like Indiana has been a little bit. I mean, the expectation is going to be out of the roof.
Yeah, but
DBK is going to flip the script.
But you're talking about. I mean, and a big factor in it now is NIL. I mean, both places have it, but Indiana is pretty high up there. I mean, Indiana's pretty legit in the NIL game when it comes to basketball.
Especially in basketball.
Because
they have the longevity. They're kind of the GE of stocks in basketball.
Here's what I would say. Indiana has the talent to be a top 25 team consistently right now. It's the coaching that's been kind of a struggle the last couple of months.
And I love Woods for obvious reasons. When he comes here, he kicks it with us, hangs out, and good. That doesn't mean anything. You got to do it on the court. To your point, though, Nick and Raff, when you look at Indiana's team and the amount of talent they got, they should not be struggling the way they are.
You talk about like even last year when they had guys like Kellel Ware. I mean, you talk about having athletes with the size that they did.
Yes, long.
We get infatuated with the recruiting rankings and so on and so forth. Indiana's been a pretty big player and a notable piece in the recruiting rankings that under Mike Woodson just never panned out. And it's tougher when you're coming off of a stint where you had guys like Tom Crean that was able to do make tournaments with less, and they were able to do things with less. And now you have that NIL buy-in and you have the investment from the alumni and the boosters, and you're not winning games at as high of a rate as you should.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if Indiana football, we would think that we would view it a lot worse than we currently do if Indiana football wouldn't have had the year that they had. If Indiana football would have had their usual 2-3 win type of season, and you follow that up with this type of basketball season, it would be like Chicken Little, the sky is falling in Bloomington.
Yeah. You probably don't even have the choice to stay the rest of the year.
No, you're right.
You're right. He'd been done immediately.
And so we have to remember that piece to it as well, to where a lot of people are normally, as we are, okay, we're ready for football season, or get us to volleyball season, whatever it might be. Here in Bloomington, normally it's all right, forget football season. We just counting down the days till basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Not the case. Hasn't been the case the last couple of years, unfortunately.
Well, this February is going to be an interesting month, obviously, before March Madness kicks in. But Yeah, some big upsets last night, obviously with Indiana knocking off Michigan State.
Michigan knocked off Purdue.
And Michigan knocked off Purdue. So, folks, we come back. We got a lot of sports to discuss. It is going to be our last day when we talk at 10 o'clock, discuss anything regarding to the Super Bowl because it's done. We have our champions and Eagles champions. And also, I seen a clip this morning where there was a lot of naysayers with Hurts, and I'll send that to you guys later, Raff and Nick. When we come back, though, we got a new special teams coach. He was officially introduced yesterday. We'll talk about Coach Eckler. We got some history, some Super Bowl, and obviously some more sports. Nebraska men's and women's teams have some big games coming up tomorrow. We'll be back, folks. The Drive.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, snow continuing throughout the day. And it will be cold. We'll see an afternoon high of just 13. Tonight, decreasing clouds and a continued cold, a low of 8 below. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. An afternoon high near 23. Meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, Austin Norman here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, February 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex for weigh-ins for Saturday's The Heart of the Lion boxing event. Weigh-ins are at 6 p.m. and the public is welcome to be there. That's Friday the 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue, just off Cornhusker Highway.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual Planter Clinic at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings, February 19th and 20th. This hands-on event offers expert training on John Deere planters and performance upgrades, covering topics such as new technology, in-cab monitors, maintenance points, and options to increase your operations profits. New this year, classes on autonomy preparation and exact shot. Don't miss Landmark's Planter Clinic, February 19th and 20th in Hastings. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it go. Well, let it snow. Well, let it slow, little Nick. Let it slow, little Nick. Let it slow, my man. They call Big Raff.
There you go.
Here you go. Rafferty, it is still snowing here downtown Lincoln, 1040 O Street. If you are downtown walking around, come to the mill. Luke will hook you up with a nice cup of coffee, maybe a glass of juice perhaps too. I'm drinking my Martinelli. Martinelli's apple juice, the best apple juices out there. I need more juice. Right? I need more juice. I love my Martinelli's juice with a sidecar of coffee. Oh, you see a lot of trucks coming by with snow blowers and ATV all-terrain vehicles, and it's slowly moving down here downtown. But come check out the mill if you want some coffee, meat, etc. to do that. Rafferty, what's your plan today, my man?
Oh, not too much. It's raining again. Got to go to the auto mechanic, take a car in. Got to get Lolo some treats. She's running low, so not too strenuous of a day.
So, just another day.
Nick goes.
Sounds eerily similar to the other 364 days of the year.
Ralph, should I throw him in the snow?
Yes.
I couldn't right now. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it. However, this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. You can help protect your home, vehicle, family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. On a day like this, particular folks, if you're looking for some new insurance, give Jack a call because you don't want to be rolling in weather like this, riding dirty, as the song says. Nick, you say that song. Say riding dirty, Nick.
Riding dirty.
Riding dirty.
Riding dirty.
Say Creighton.
Creighton.
Say it again.
Creighton. Creighton.
Creighton. Yeah, you always go Creighton.
Okay. They hear me rolling.
When your plan backfires and I say it correctly. How about that?
You got it right. Raph, say that again, man. You said it deep. Say it again.
They hear me rolling.
And hey, 10. Riding dirty. Okay. Text line, you can help out with this. Last bit of Super Bowl talk. These numbers are still, I took this quiz just on accident. I was on Humbug on The Athletic. Text line, you can chime in, 424-645-5685. You can text it on that as well, your answers. Raff, Where does Philadelphia's 40 points rank all time for a Super Bowl? In the top 10 or lower than that? Where does Philadelphia's 40 points rank all time for a Super Bowl? Is it the top 10 or is it lower than that?
I'm going to say top 10.
Top 10. You are correct.
Yes.
You are correct on that. You are correct on that, Raff. You're correct on that. Here's the next one. Is Philadelphia's margin of victory in the top 10 for a Super Bowl? Is Philadelphia's margin of victory in the top 10 for Super Bowl? Yes or no?
I'm going to say no on that one because the Broncos have took probably about 3 of them where they weren't.
Or they were getting beat downs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. I know that feeling. You're correct. It's 16th. San Francisco's 45-point thrashing. Now that's not me saying it. It honestly says thrashing right here, right? Thrashing of Denver in 1990 is the record. So the 45-point victory there was the championship there. Jalen Hurts was named MVP in the 59 Super Bowls. How many times has the MVP been a quarterback? 35 or more, or less than 35? Jalen Hurts was named MVP. Nick, I'm going to hear you first. In Super Bowl 59.
I'm going to say more.
Say more. Nick, Raff, what do you say? How many times has the QB been a quarterback, the MVP? 35 or more, or less than 35?
I'm going to say less.
You got it, Raff. Less than 35. Hurts was the 34th quarterback to win the award.
Okay.
Because there was a time, the 70s and the 70s, late 60s when they started the award. I know that Starr won, but then there was like Chuck Howley won with the Cowboys and Larry Zonka won, and you had some John Riggins. So you had some. It's kind of went quarterback strong the last 10 years. But
did Marcus Allen Raff win it the year they won it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Real quick to the text line, Jesse from Milford. Brother, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you're getting better. He goes, I've been sick for the last few days. Who won the Super Bowl squares?
I don't have the paper in front of me. If you haven't been contacted, you didn't win.
You said you did, man. Jesse, get better, man. Hope you're getting better, brother. Take care of yourself. Thunder Not Carlin says today is bourbon, chili, and a cinnamon roll type of day.
Oh, that sounds good.
Here we go. How did Hurts' passer rating compare with his past playoff performances? How did Hurts' passing rating compare with past playoff performances? It was his highest. He's had better before. It wasn't his highest, or had he had better before?
Raff?
I'm going to say better before.
I'll go opposite.
Hurts' MVP performance included a 119 passer rating, well above his previous playoff mark of 105. We stomped Raff for once.
Well, I was thinking back. Remember when they lost? Was it 2 years ago? And he played extraordinary in that Super Bowl. I mean, amazing. Yeah. So that's. I guess that's why I was thinking maybe it was better that last time. But
whose winning percentage is higher in the postseason? Andy Reid or Nick Sirianni?
Actually,
this could be a trick question.
This
Andy
is tough.
Reid.
Yeah, this is tough because you have the volume. You have to think about the volume of games that they've played in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sirianni.
Oh, I was still gonna stick with Andy Reid.
Or are you gonna stick with an L there, Nick?
Okay, that's fine. I don't like this game.
I don't like this game.
Because you got to remember that he was taking losses with Philadelphia, even though they had really good teams. All those
that's
years.
right. I forgot about the Philly. I forgot about the Philly years.
So Reid has way more playoff wins, 28-6, but Sirianni has slightly better winning percentage at 66.7% ahead of Reid as far as that goes.
I'd rather have more wins.
Yeah.
I'd rather have more wins.
A few more.
I mean, you can win one Super Bowl, but if you have 5 Super Bowls, and that means more wins, but a less winning percentage, I'd rather have the five rings.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the rings. Absolutely.
Ask Dan Hurley. I got 2 rings. I got 2 rings.
You're going to come out with a song instead of like, I got 2 rings. Who had more catches, A.J. Brown or Travis Kelce in the Super Bowl?
That was A.J. Brown. Right?
Raff?
Oh. Okay, so I kind of lost track at the end. I'll go A.J. Brown too.
Kelce had 4 receptions while Brown had 3.
So Travis, we did not talk enough about that.
One of Brown's catches was a touchdown, though.
We did not talk about that enough to where Travis Kelce kind of felt non-existent in Sunday's game. And he didn't have the greatest regular season, but I don't know if anybody's looked at his postseason statistics, guys. But I mean, he what was it? He had over before the game against the Bills. There had not been a single playoff game where he had fewer than 70 receiving yards. I mean, that's truly incredible if you think about it. And so we didn't talk about how it kind of felt like he was non-existent. Now, granted, he had 4 catches, but
they were all at the end of the game. Well, I mean,
yeah,
at the end of the
I
game.
feel like anything.
And then also too with AJ Brown, I was going to say he should have had 4 catches because I don't think that was offensive pass interference to start the game.
Oh, I agree. Good call, Raff.
You know what? You could probably say that is a safe assessment because that was a bullcrap call, and they try to make up for it later.
Soft.
It was soft.
Yep.
It was soft.
It was a nice Chiefs call.
It was soft, but the refs made it back up later with a kind of a makeup call on that one. So yeah, it was Kelsey had 4 catches in that game. A few more we got here. Who has the highest number of Super Bowl receptions all time? Who has the highest number of Super Bowl receptions all time? Was it Andre Reed, Jerry Rice, Gronk, or Travis Kelce? Was it Andre Reed, Jerry Rice, Gronk, or Kelce?
I'm not answering this one. Go ahead, Raff.
I think if Kelce had a big enough game, he was going to pass Jerry Rice, but I don't think he had it. I'm going to stick with Jerry Rice.
Raff, you were on track at first. Kelsey's 4 catches gave him 35 to break record. Rice's record at 33. Gronk at 29 and Reed at 27 are close behind. I got that one wrong too when I took it though, bro. Because I went with I chose Gronk.
How about the tight ends though?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got it.
Quarterback's best friend.
Yeah, it is. Which was higher, Patrick Mahomes passing yards or Jalen Hurts passing yards?
Mahomes. Yeah, Mahomes.
That late in the game.
I would say the late pass to Xavier Worthy. Who guys? I mean, as we branch off, like Xavier Worthy is going to be Kansas City's number 1 next year. Like he gives them some sort of that Tyreek Hill element, where I think they've kind of been missing that. I don't know about you, Raff. I don't know where you feel on that. How you feel on this?
Hey, there's the is. Better not college. We see you, baby.
But what I was gonna say is like with Xavier Worthy, he firmly gives Kansas City a dynamic opportunity, whether that's through the running game, whether that's through the receiving game. He brings back, I think, like I said, kind of that Tyreek Hill element to where that's what got the Chiefs started.
You got a guy that can take it over the top now.
Yeah,
Worthy. And think about this, you guys, Raff and Nick. He's still raw.
Yeah, I suppose.
Who, Worthy?
Yeah,
he's young.
He's
going to be interesting to see what
Chiefs do, though.
He's not a freshman in college.
But that's what I'm saying. He's raw.
He's going to be year 2.
But you know what? The reason why I say he's raw in that he's just learning how every route doesn't have to be 100 miles per hour. Tyreek Hill, what makes him so explosive in running his routes, and this is something that Corey Dixon would always teach us when we got in. He goes, I don't care how fast you are if you can't control your speed. Because Raff, you know those subtle moves that a Jerry Rice would have, that Hopkins would have, that Megatron would have. When he gets that full board, Nick, he's dangerous now. But when he starts getting you on like out routes and corner routes and flag routes in those, just on the passing tree, he's to your point, he's gonna be sick. Yeah. I think the guy's gonna be sick because he has the one thing you can't teach, and that's speed.
Go ahead, Raff.
Well, if you look at the Chiefs next year, though, they'll probably be looking at pretty much a new receiving core because Hopkins probably won't be back.
He
told Andy Reid that he's gonna retire.
Juju Schuster probably won't be back. We don't know with Travis Kelce what his thought process will be if he might retire. So the Chiefs, they're going to have Worthy. Then they get the injured receiver back.
Rashee Rice.
Yeah, Rashee Rice. Yep, correct. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out if they go out and get like somebody, a free agent or somebody like that, or 2 free agents come in, and how they draft there. And then another thing that hasn't got enough mention, I will say this, Patrick Mahomes, he struggled so much in that Super Bowl, but that throw he had in the fourth quarter, he threw that ball 65 plus yards in the air, and it was on the money.
Right on the money.
I'm curious what the direction is also for their running game. I just, it doesn't feel sustainable right now with Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco. Like, it feels like they struck gold the 1 year with Pacheco, right? And they tried to draft a running back early on into the draft, and it worked fine with Clyde Edwards-Helaire for a little bit. I I think that we noticed on Sunday especially was that, and maybe part of it was that they got down so quick.
Yeah.
And, they got down, then they, allowed a field goal, and then the pick six to Cooper DeJean, and before you blink, it's 17-0. I just wonder, like you look at first round NFL draft picks for like running backs, and it's worked incredibly well for the Lions with Jahmyr Gibbs. It's worked well for other places as well. And then like Ashton Genty is going to go in the first round, and there's going to be potentially to the Broncos. And so like, I wonder if the Chiefs will try to find a more permanent answer at running back, because like I said, they struck gold with Pacheco being a 7th round draft pick. They were able to move kind of Clyde Edwards-Helaire out. Pacheco was cheap. He was on his rookie deal, so on and so forth. I just wonder if they view him as the long-term option. And I don't have the answer to that.
I think what you're saying, they kind of did a kind of a, I'm not saying ragamuffin backfield, because both of the guys are legit guys. Pacquiao, whatever his name, I almost says Pacquiao. Pacheco and both Hunt obviously get him on the humbug for cheap.
Yeah, but it's not like he's the same as what he was.
No, he's not
5 years ago.
No, he's not the same. And the thing, that's why, to your point, that's why a lot of the running backs don't get that much, because it's a quick plug and play for a lot of them. I think it's going to be interesting. The point that I think is going to be even more interesting for the Chiefs is going to be their offensive line, though, in particular. Yeah. I think you can put a lot. There's always, backs are more available than left tackles, put it that way. And I think their main concern is going to be who are they going to get on that offensive line, because you can plug some backs back there to be serviceable. But, man, if they don't get that offensive line secured, they're going to be back in the same situation they are. My Steelers, Raff, got the same issue. I mean, granted, now Pickett's was not very good, but I tell you what, he was running for his life 90% of the time as well. So was Russell, and so was Fields as well. So until you get that old line secured, I think KC will have some issues if they don't get some people signed up in the offseason with a free agency or draft, or how it goes. But I'd be worried more about the left tackle than I would running back.
Well, remember those situations, guys. Don't forget, they're when they had the number 1 overall pick years ago, they drafted Eric Fisher from Central Michigan, and they allowed him to walk a couple of years later, and they've made a couple of signings, and Joe Tooney's obviously there, and so on. But like to AD's point, it was, not even close to up to par or up to standard on Sunday.
The game also too kind of reflected their running game to where they had to kind of go away from it more than what they wanted to.
Well,
yes.
As we lock this up, you guys, check this. I seen this on Twitter yesterday. It was pretty cool. The Eagles tackle, Darian Kennard, remember he played for the Chiefs. His first 3 years in the league, 2022 Super Bowl with the Chiefs, 2023 Super Bowl with the Chiefs, 2024 Super Bowl with the Eagles. So he's having a pretty good career so far, Darian Kennard, and be a guy that one of those guys you wish they could have maybe kept him, as far as that goes. But neither the point, he's got 3 rings, 3 years in, 3 Super Bowls is not too bad. Folks, when we come back, and that is the last, I wouldn't say we'll talk about the Super Bowl because it's done. It's done. We come back, folks. We got some history and a lot of Nebraska to discuss as far as football. It's The Drive. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Austin Norman here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, February 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex for weigh-ins for Saturday's The Heart of the Lion boxing event. Weigh-ins are at 6 p.m. and the public is welcome to be there. That's Friday the 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue, just off Cornhusker Highway.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Did you know that AmeriCorps programs improve lives, strengthen communities, and foster civic engagement in Nebraska? For example, AmeriCorps members serving with International Council for Refugees and Immigrants help students from refugee and immigrant families overcome cultural barriers and adapt to life in Nebraska. Discover more about AmeriCorps programs making a difference in your community at serve.nebraska.gov. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option. Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
and electrical.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's snowing. It's cold out. It's snowing. It's snowing. It's cold out. What it is, Swim? What it is, Swim? What it is, Swim?
What it is?
What it look like? What it shall be in the future?
What is it?
Oh,
Nick, what is going on out here?
Raff, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss me and AD?
Well, that's a long pause.
Is this a separate one? Can I give a score? Like
No, it has to be together.
Together?
Together.
Oh man, this reminds me of going back to college and you got the curve. I'll say I miss you guys a 6.
Okay. How much do you miss me?
A
dangerous waters.
3.1.
That's higher than what I would have answered if you asked me that question.
Raff, I like how you gave him the 0.1.
Yeah.
I knew where that was going. I miss my little swimmer.
Whoa. Easy.
Mr. Papa Giorgio. Dr. Papa Giorgio.
That's how he got here. He was a little swimmer.
I know, that's exactly what I was saying. Easy now. Go ahead.
Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming.
All right. We just all need to take a deep breath. And
Dr. Papa Giorgio.
AD, what do you got for history today?
You outswim millions of
AD,
others.
what do you got for history today?
You're fast, Nick.
You're fast.
We are not doing this. I had to cancel mics. I had to turn them off. History. Here we go. Are we ready? I didn't turn it on. Nice try. I knew it. I faked him out. Here we go. All right, let's try this again.
Dave Renew says what it will be. What it will be. That's right. Because that was a saying back in the 70s with the bros. What it is. What it looked like.
The best part.
What it will be in the future.
The best part is, have you guys ever seen The Office?
I've seen like one episode. It was Diversity Day.
So if people have seen The Office, they'll know exactly what I'm referring to here. But basically, what I was essentially Pam when AD is Michael Scott. In the show, she goes, whenever I have business calls that I have to transfer over to Michael, I always take a 10-second pause before I actually transfer them over because he has to get his one-line joke out of the way. And basically what I just did for you was I acted like I transferred you over. You thought you said you were on, you said something stupid, and I was like, okay, now we're ready to go. And you were much more professional.
So you're moving the goalposts as usual, right?
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Glad we're all on the same page.
Oh man, Raff, I forgot what I was even going to ask you now, man. See, Nick just got me all messed up, dog.
That's what I do. I have that effect on. I have that effect on people.
Crowbay, good morning.
Increased
to you,
heart rate.
Crowbay says Nick and Rav having long distance relationship problems.
Well, don't worry. I'm only counting down the days till Raff is back. February 18th, right?
Yes.
Wow. And then he's gone the 19th.
Nah,
I'm going.
The 20th? Are you serious?
I got to work in Omaha.
Wow. Are you
Or
here?
no,
on
is
the-
that one?
are you-
Wait a second.
The biggest question is if you're here on the 22nd. Are you in town on the 22nd?
Oh, maybe I work in Lincoln that weekend. I
Good.
can't remember. It's either Lincoln or Omaha. I can't remember which one it is.
Good.
It'll be Nick's birthday.
Because I get 1 year closer to being able to rent a car.
It'll be his birthday.
So are we invited to your birthday, or are you going JTP that weekend?
I don't have anything planned, so sure.
Raff, here's some mystery for you, man.
All right.
It's hard to believe this was 20 years ago. The signing of quarterback Zach Taylor and Harrison Beck signaling new direction and position at the end of Joe Daly's run as the starter. Raff, does that seem like it's been 20 years ago, bro?
Yes and no. I mean, I remember when we got Harrison Beck, aka the Throw God. We were on our way back to national championship contention.
And then yeah. Joe Daly is. I know he was coach. I know this was years ago. I know he was at North Carolina for a while.
Yeah.
Did he go to Liberty with Coach Gill as well? Am I wrong?
I feel he was at Liberty, but I don't think he's there anymore.
I'm not sure where Joe Daly's at right now, but I know he got in the coaching space for a while, and obviously with Zach Taylor, obviously head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals right now, and Harrison Beck, the Throw God. It's hard to believe that's been 20 years ago, though, man. Crazy to think about.
Wow.
Raffy, what you got, my man?
I'm going to go back on this day in 1934. 11-time NBA champion Bill Russell was born. Just had great days on his birthday. When he was 24, he had a 41 rebound game. And on his 27th birthday, he had another 40 rebounds the next game. So Bill Russell, birthday today, 11-time NBA champion, 2-time NBA champion coach also. So he was a player coach his final couple years.
Raff, was he the first person to do that, become a player coach in modern age? Well, I can't say modern age, during that time.
I think so. I think he was. And just I don't think there was anyone in that time. I know Frank Robinson did it in the Major League Baseball. I think it was like late 70s, but I think Bill Russell was the first.
That just seems
the first
crazy.
player to be player coach.
Player coach. That just seems crazy in today's day and age of sports.
Speaking of, sorry, go ahead, Raff.
Oh no, even looking at that African American player coach in Boston.
Boston.
That's wild.
He went. I tell you what, you read some stuff on Bill Russell, and Bill, along with Jackie Robinson, Hank Aaron, those guys. Particular Bill though, being in Boston, he went through some stuff, man. I mean, his story is just amazing. I think about 2 years ago, I was reading up on him, a short book that was about Bill Russell and other athletes, but the things that Bill dealt with and did it with, I just said, put his head above the fray is absolutely remarkable, man. And what 11 rings?
Yep.
11 ships is pretty nice. Nice.
Another birthday is Robert Griffin III today, the former Baylor quarterback and now free agent, I should say, in the professional world of broadcasting. Number 2 is on this day, Tom Landry passed away in 2000. I believe he was 75. And I believe he passed away with leukemia. I believe, if I remember
I'm not
correctly.
sure what it was.
I believe so. Is that right, Raff?
Yep.
So there you go.
You know what? Speaking of Tom Landry, maybe when you brought that up 2 nights ago, it was on. I watched. Remember, if you guys watched the movie Invincible?
Yeah, Vince Papale.
Yeah, Nick, you got to check it out. It's Vince Papale.
I'll add it to the list.
Yeah, it's Vince. I'll add it to the list. Vince Papale. In case you don't know about Vince Papale, folks, he tried out for the Eagles when he was 30 years old, and it's when Dick Vermeil took over, became the head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. Coming from UCLA. Took over for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he held open tryouts. Open tryouts for anybody. And Vince actually made the team, played for 3 years, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool story. It's a pretty cool movie. If you haven't seen it, it's called Invincible. It's a good movie, man. Pretty good one. What's his real name? Not Marky Mark. What's the dude's real name?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. I would say Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
That's before your time.
That is
good vibrations. Like Sunkist. Make me want to know who done this. Marky Mark.
Thank you, Raff.
That was him.
That was good.
Folks, we'll be back. We got some Husker news to discuss. We got a new coach. And he's special, but also coaches special teams. You like how that segue went, didn't you, Nick?
Sure.
I like your eyebrow. You know, I'm about to punch you in your face right
Whoa,
now, man.
whoa.
I feel a swift punch.
Whoa.
'Cause you know what? You kind of just, we're going to talk about it after the break.
No, let's talk about it during the break.
There's going to be a rumble. We'll be right back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today. Hey guys, Austin Norman here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, February 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex for weigh-ins for Saturday's The Heart of the Lion boxing event. Weigh-ins are at 6 p.m. and the public is welcome to be there. That's Friday the 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue, just off Cornhusker Highway.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444. Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option. A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Fear's Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Fear's Cheese Spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fear's Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, snow continuing throughout the day. And it will be cold. We'll see an afternoon high of just 13. Tonight, decreasing clouds and continuing cold, a low of 8 below. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. An afternoon high near 23. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock. A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Grain. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back here, Capital City, 1040 O Street. Come down to the mill. It's pretty quiet other than the sounds of shovels and snow blowers and people taking their time walking. What you got to do, be careful out there if you're on the streets today, folks. Give yourself plenty of space between vehicles if you are rolling, and give our folks that are keeping them taking care of the roads, give them space, give them time to get those things done. Be careful out there. It is a cold, blustery morning here in Lincoln. Raff, we need a door. Who do we talk to, man?
Well, all right. We're sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
More. Gentlemen, we got a new special teams coach. Mike Eckler takes over after the past 4 years. He was there at Tennessee. You guys, we talked about a little bit last week. Was this a surprise to any of you guys that Eckler came back? Raff? I was going to say hello.
Actually, I'm going to say I was a little surprised that he did come back, because right now, Tennessee, they're NIL and they're backing by the fuel company down. I forgot the name. Oh, the fuel place that's the big sponsorship. Name like Pilot. Is it Pilot? I believe.
It is Pilot. Yeah, right. Nice job.
Yeah. So they've got a lot, a big influx of cash and stuff like that. So I guess I'm a little surprised that Tennessee, making a run into the playoffs this year, didn't try harder to retain him.
I think I wasn't. Excuse me. There we go. Let's try this again. As I think a lot of the writing was somewhat on the wall once the search dragged on a little bit. Once we got towards late January, you kind of had a feeling that this was the direction that Nebraska was going to go. I guess I wasn't necessarily surprised. Sure, like the resources are a thing, but I mean, there's resources here in Nebraska. And I think there's probably a pretty significant pay raise for Mike Eckler if he, to come to Nebraska as well. So ultimately, he's from the state. We all know this stuff, right? And like, I think it's maybe an angle that we can take on it, guys, because I know a lot of people have done the rigmarole and the usual, hey, these were his numbers at Tennessee, which are impressive. Don't get me wrong. All the numbers at Tennessee are impressive and everything. However, I would ask you guys this. What's the realistic expectation for Mike Eckler at Nebraska? What is the realistic expectation? Because in year one, and how does that change going into year two? Because ultimately, it's important to remember that was granted 4 years at Tennessee, but are Husker fans expecting those numbers, conference leading numbers in the Big Ten Conference in year one of Mike Eckler? Or do we say, well, look, Nebraska's been bottom of the barrel in special teams, and that's transcended coaching staffs for the last decade. I mean, since DeMornay Pearsonell, specifically when we're talking punt return, really, I mean, Connor Culp was the Big Ten kicker of the year, but that feels like a flash in the pan because after that and before that, it was not good. So I ask, what's the expectation? What are you expecting to see from Mike Eckler in year one of Nebraska?
Here's one thing from rule statement here. It says Eckler brings a history of special teams excellence to Nebraska. He said he's prepared. He works with Tennessee special teams, been elite. Regardless of what stats you look at over the past 4 years, Tennessee special teams has been near the top in the nation. Says his energy and passion for special teams carries over to the players on his units. They have a positive impact on our program. And you think about his background, of course, like you said, he's from David City. He grew up grew up right there outside of Fremont. His parents live in Fremont now, as far as that goes. And his uncle was former Nebraska All-American Bob Martin, Raff. I did not realize that. Really? Yeah, Bob Martin is his uncle. Played 1973. Played for Nebraska. Started as a sophomore. Ran a 4.6 as well. His uncle, and he played 4 years in the league. I think he stayed 4 years and played for the Jets. Lou Holtz, when Lou Holtz was coaching the Jets. Then he played for another team. I forget another team he played for. So I did some research to check that out. But he can pick him up and go.
Yeah, I believe, and he's also related to Austin Eckler. Also,
I have no idea. Didn't realize that.
Because Austin's got relation here in Nebraska too.
Yes.
So yeah, his uncle is Bob Martin, who, like I said, was an All-American here at Nebraska. And the last time that Coach Eckler was here was 2008 through 2010. Other coach stops there. Here's a few questions. Let's say, okay, I'm putting you two, and also text line. Feel free to chime in on this. I'm asking you guys, okay, what's your vision and strategy? Raff, what is your vision and strategy for the special teams? You think about what happened last year. What's your vision and strategy? What are you telling those kids coming in? They know who you are at this point. They see the success you've had. So what's your vision and strategy? You're at the presser. I'm SIP. I'm playing SIP. You two are Eckler. What's your vision and strategy for special teams?
I think knowledge has to be first and foremost. I mean, you've got to increase the IQ of the players playing special teams. I mean, a lot of the mistakes that we've seen over the past years at Nebraska, it was basically an IQ issue. Like I revert back. It's been a few years back now. Michigan State. We play a great game the entire game, and we have a punt. We punt the wrong way. That's an IQ thing. You have to know where your coverage is at. We've had balls that were downed at the 1 yard line. We've had balls where the guy kind of knew the rule that you step out of bounds with your foot, then you grab the ball, then you get the penalty. You can't catch the ball, then run out of bounds. It's that kind of knowledge there that I just think Nebraska really needs to put its focus on. And once you can get the rules and the knowledge where you're not having to think about it, well, then you can begin to play fast. Because what we need on special teams is it just has to be ingrained, that knowledge. So then they're able to play fast and not constantly trying to think about, okay, should I do this? Should I do that? And I felt like that's really hampered Nebraska over the past, 10 or 15 years because they've been too busy, thinking about stuff and not going out and just performing.
I wonder, is that IQ? I think it certainly is IQ, because I think about, how many times have we seen it where Nebraska's punt returners will fair catch a punt inside the 10-yard line or inside.
Right.
I think the 7 is a lot of times where the mark is if you're, plant your feet at the 7, and if you got to backpedal at all, don't catch it. We've seen that often. We also saw back in 2021, Cam Taylor-Britt, he went into the end zone. It was a safety with the punt return. So like we've seen that time and time again. How much of that is IQ and how much is execution? Because you bring up the Michigan State punt.
Oh, Nick, think about this: the Indiana game that you were at.
Well, specifically, I think about the Michigan State one that Raff brought up. That in my eyes is execution, to where everybody knew where the coverage was going, and you punted it the wrong way. Like I look at that as execution. Certainly, the IQ piece of it as well, right? I think the awareness of it can fall into the IQ part. But the execution of it, I think, has been lacking on multiple fronts.
Oh yeah,
for the last 9+ years.
Undeniable on that.
And
part.
he brings in some energy too. He's going to jump up and down. From the past that I've dealt with is usually those teams. I'm not just talking just special teams, but defenses that have that the high energy and somebody that's there to give like Nebraska, like the Eagles, for instance. Vic Fangio. Not a big talker, execute, does his thing. For that team, that's perfect. But I think for Nebraska special teams, you need somebody that's going to show a little bit of energy and bring some passion back to special teams. And I think that's one of the huge reasons why they brought him back, is just because he brings so much energy and passion to the game.
Do you guys think, before I get to the next question, I'm going to ask you this one first. Do you think him being such an explosive player on special teams like he was at K-State, he was very dominant, do you think that gives him street cred with the players?
I'll say this: no. Here's the thing: is I don't mean that to sound too harsh. I say no because we have to remember. I mean, I don't remember Mike Eckler playing, and these guys that are playing at Nebraska now are younger than I am. Like, so they can come in and say, "Hey, this guy was pretty good at his level." But if he's not able to communicate to me, if he's not able to show the passion and the energy that Raff was just kind of talking about, I don't really care what you did as a player. Like I mean, like it's great, like cool, but I want results as a coach. I don't care if he's a dominant player. I don't care if he sat the bench at Kansas State. If he's a high quality coach and he's able to lead a room, that's what I gravitate towards. I think right now.
I think. Go ahead, Raff.
I was going to say, and I think the street cred that he really does bring in is that he was at Tennessee. I mean, that's
100%. I think there's that part of it too. They played in the college football playoff.
Raff, I think the Tennessee part is big. He's been successful, but I also think it can't just be alone what he did. To your point, Nick. However, I'm going to say this: I think me as a player, he's had success as a coach. If it was just as a player, it's kind of like, okay, great, but who would you coach? He's had it on both as a player and as a coach. I see his highlights from going down. I'm going to say. He has the credibility, and he has that in his pocket to say, you see how I'm playing? I'm not telling you to do something I myself hadn't done myself. I want you to show that same passion, that same energy, just that same energy that I had when I played. Now, here's how I coach it. And once again, you go to the Tennessee aspect. That's the example. I'm not just running my mouth saying, look at my old high school tape, Uncle Rico type stuff. I actually did it. I was able to transfer it to the coaching aspect as well. And those players need that. To your point, Nick, heck, Bill Belichick ain't got no highlight tape, but yet he's able to coach because those guys perform. See, my thing is you didn't have to play to be a good coach someplace. There's a lot of good coaches that didn't play past high school as far as that goes that were hell of a coach.
I think there's something to be said about like you don't need to be a star in your field.
I totally agree.
To be able to have the ability to kind of lead the next generation.
Can you coach? Either yes or no.
It's can you coach and are you willing to put in the effort to get better, right? Like I think like John Cook's a great example too. John Cook's an awesome example to where he was a football guy.
Yep.
He was a football guy, but he realized that his true calling was to lead young women in the volleyball world. And one of the biggest things with John Cook, and we see this with a lot of coaches, and I'm not comparing John Cook to Mike Eckler or vice versa at all, but what I'm getting at is one of the biggest and most well-respected qualities of Coach Cook is that he was willingly and able to admit that towards the end of his career, he wasn't the smartest guy in the room.
Right.
And he needed to keep learning.
Yeah.
And he needed to step back and allow the next age of coaches, the Jalen Reyes, the Kelly Hunters, to do their job, to be successful for the entire team. That's where Mike Eckler now comes in and says, I can't worry about Matt Rule. I can't worry about the offense. I can't worry about the defense. I got to worry about special teams. And we do our job as a collective group, then guess what? The team is going to be more successful.
Nick, you brought up a key point there with Coach. You mentioned Coach Cook and realizing I don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. Coach Osborne, Raff, you know this for a fact. When we want to make conversions, change our defense up from that 5 to that 4-3, Raff, who did he call?
Bobby Bowden.
And Coach Osborne was already successful. I mean, we hadn't had a national championship yet, but was still winning 80% of his games every year since 1973 when he took the helm as head coach. He realized, to me, you can always tell a true leader by them saying, I don't have all the answers, okay? Relying on others, obviously good heads, good advice, but saying, I don't have all the answers. He calls Bobby Bowden. Obviously, the rest is history. Coach Cook did that. With Eckler coming in, bringing it back to our point we're talking about, this guy's had success at other places. That passion will exude. We'll see that. Next question I'm going to ask you, Raff. Raff, you're Coach Eckler at the podium. I'm sitting in the audience. Coach Eckler, what's your coaching philosophy? Okay. What's your coaching philosophy? Coming back to Nebraska, what aspects, Raff, of your philosophy are you going to resonate most with our team? What's your philosophy? What is that? What makes you good special teams?
That I'm the special teams coach. I'm not friends. Like you have relationships. I have a relationship with my players, but I'm the special teams coach. That'd be my thing. It's like sometimes it is.
There's
a
level of respect that's due.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the level of respect. I think when you talk about we talk a lot about philosophy and we throw that word around a lot. I think a lot of it is just going to be if you're going to make a mistake, make it 110%. Like there's got to be some the half-assing stuff. I mean, I'll just say it, the half-assing stuff has got to stop.
Yep.
Across the board. Like if Nebraska eventually wants to get to a point to where they're competing for college football berths and title games, I mean, that you just can't have it. And so ultimately that needs to start on special teams. We know Nebraska's been on the wrong side, unfortunately, of a lot of plays that have sparked energy in the opponents.
Right.
I mean, think about the countless times that Iowa has been what it feels like dead against Nebraska or against a lot of opponents. And they get one big return on special teams.
Or a block.
They get one big spark. And that shifts the momentum of the game. Nebraska's been on the wrong side of that for a decade. It's time for Nebraska. Maybe it doesn't have to be this dramatic shift where they're on the right side of it every single time, and that you're not going to make some mistakes on special teams. That's not what I'm getting at. If Nebraska can get to start to shift some of those their way, then maybe we see some of those one-score bugaboos change into more fortuitous outcomes.
And it's always been interesting to me, just like a case study. Like you look at case study at Nebraska, look at the coaches. Like look at Coach Brown. When he was coaching the receivers down there. I mean, he wasn't your best buddy. You had a relationship with him, but in watching practices down there, no one worked the receivers blocking wise, catching the ball more than Coach Brown. But then now look at it 25, 30 years later, the relationship you have with Coach Brown because of that. The same goes for the offensive line down there. Like seeing, not Coach McBride, seeing Coach Tenneper, take those guys, down into Schulte Fieldhouse. He wasn't their best friend. He was trying to bring the best player that he possibly could get out of them. But then look back, 10 years after he finished coaching, how the relationships he had with those offensive linemen. But at the time, there wasn't that like, oh, this is, my best friend. This is my, it's like I just feel like when you're a coach, you've got to, yes, you can have a relationship with your players. I understand that, but you've got to be the coach. You got to be the person that keeps these players from cutting corners, that installs the knowledge in these players. You've got to be that person. And all the great coaches, you see that time and time again. Nick Saban, everybody, when Nick Saban's at Alabama, all you ever heard was, oh, hard coach. But then, after it was over, then all these players look back and they respect those coaches so much more for, hey, he never gave up on me. He pushed me to my limits, and that's the coach that I'm hoping that Coach Eckler is going to be for the special teams in Nebraska, because I hate saying it, But you look back over, the last 15, 20 years, have we had those coaches? Maybe here and there spot we'd have a season here that was decent, but it's never been consistent. You look back at those teams in the 90s, the 80s. What was the consistent thing about Nebraska? Special teams were always really well. We always had a good kick return team, always had good punt returners. And that's what's got to be instilled back. You can't cut any corners. That's key.
You know what's funny, Raff, is something you kind of just brought up, triggered something for me, to where you mentioned, looking back in recent history, Nebraska would have a decent season sprinkled in there every now and then. Let's think about what we categorize as decent. What is that? A season with no muffed punts? A season with no punt return touchdowns allowed? Both of those things that I just mentioned, those are expected. Like that's the bare minimum of a special teams unit. That's the net zero special teams unit. How can you figure out a way to maybe net positive for once or twice consistently? Like you said, that's a big word. So it's just kind of crazy because I look at this last season, and from a punt return standpoint, I was pretty pleased, and I was cheering. And this is, right hand up, this is on me for allowing, for saying that this is a good thing. This is a positive for Nebraska's special teams unit. Is Isaiah Garcia Castaneda?
Yeah.
You took the bad with the good, because the bad was that Nebraska's punt return was the farthest thing from explosive this year because they never tried to return them. But the good that I counteracted that with, and I said it on air multiple times, is what? Guess what? You never have to worry about him muffing it. He never dropped it. And with that being the acceptable standard, that's not going to win you a lot of games, or not going to be able to provide a spark play opportunity.
Yep.
Raph, what you mentioned earlier, I'm trying to think back on our special teams. We had goals for offense and defense. And like you mentioned, Nick, and I could be wrong, I'm almost positive, not one of those ever said anything, get the ball snapped correctly.
Yeah.
Ours was, we wanted to keep the opponent.
That's what we're saying. We're like Monday. Hey, guess what?
Well, I think back in the day, I think it was punt return.
We wanted to minimize.
It was like 12 yards. 12 yards. That was the minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. And then our other metric was preventing them from yards return. Getting the ball snapped wasn't even written down.
That's funny because we're sitting here on Monday and be like, hey, guess what, guys? Second week in the row, no fumbled snaps. All right. The snaps were good on the field goal process yesterday. It was a pretty good situation.
Yeah.
We're clapping and cheering these things on for being the bare minimum expectation.
Yeah. That's like somebody saying, Bragging, I went to work today. You're supposed to go to work today.
That's the expectation. Hey, guess what? We prepped for the show. That's the expectation.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, that's the expectation.
Yeah.
Well, we were even a couple weeks ago, AD, when we were watching that 94 Orange Bowl, and one of the things that stuck out to me was you're going against Miami, who had the super fast defenders and stuff like that. But I think we saw three kick returns for Nebraska, and I think Damon returned 3 of them. He got to 27, 28 yard line, and he was visibly upset. And I'm sitting there going, man, 27, 28, that'd be great.
Yeah, right. Hey, you tell me you don't want to just put your arms up and just say, hey, we're good. We're good. When the ball is out, the ball's through the end zone. We're good.
We're good.
This is not a knock on anybody right now, but their goals were our standard. You know what I'm saying? That was like, what are you talking about? That's a standard here. There's no question if the ball should be snapped on time or the right area or blocks. And Raff, I don't think we ever had a block kick during those championship seasons, man.
Yeah, very minimal. I don't remember any.
I know we blocked a lot with B. Miles and Farley. Those guys had some, but I can't. And I could be wrong. Text line, help me out. I don't think we allowed a block field goal or block punt. I can't.
But you look back on it too. Special teams, it wasn't an end of practice thing. It was a middle of practice.
It was the middle. And if we weren't doing things right, you'd keep running it again until you got it right, because they had to be dominant all 3 phases of the game. OJCJ, you're exactly right. He goes, Nick, you're right. No fear of failure, 110%. You can't.
Yeah.
Got to go after it. Folks, Eckler is our guy. We're going to hear more about his philosophy, his expectations, what he's going to do to shore up a very critical part of the game as the days progress. We're only about 5.5, 6 weeks away from spring ball, so
that's right.
Things start picking up. Folks, when we come back, we got some more sports to discuss. It is a Wednesday morning here at The Drive. Got Raff and Huntsville, me and Nick here at the 1 and 2. We'll be right back.
volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands, and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Noticing more dust at home? It may be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Breathe easy and healthy. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800. Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. Nick, I'm looking at that sidewalk out there where the snowblower came through, man. It's got some snow out there, brother.
Yeah, still snowing a little bit. Now, I don't know if it's snowing or just blowing around a little bit.
I can't tell. It looks like it's down here between these buildings. It looks like it might be more blowing snow than actual snow. Text line, not sure what it's doing for you guys and gals out there, but it's mostly blowing snow right here. I want to make sure I didn't forget that one text that came through. May have forgot about it. But thanks for the texting in and letting us know what it's doing in your area. Brad from Baldwin, I hope you're doing well on the roads, getting cleared up. Appreciate all the folks that are out there for the city of Lincoln, taking care of our roads and side roads, etc. Be careful out there. Kids are at home. School day, snow day for them.
Yeah.
UNL as well is at home. Snow day for them. And you know what? The way it's looking, if this weather holds up, at least projections.
Manana.
Yeah, it might be the same thing to Manana as well, because they're talking like minus 18, minus 19, etc.
Yeah.
Way too cold. Be waiting for a bus stop when some of those kids don't have coats and protect the right protective gear. So I totally get that. When you're at LPS, you're kind of like danged if you do, danged if you don't. A lot of the time. So
it's snowing. Still.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Yeah,
it's
we can see it. We can see it.
We can see it. It's snowing. Rafferty, text line, Nick. Where's Aaron Rodgers going to go? Because according to the Jets, Aaron Glenn, the new head coach, says, yeah, you know what? Here's what I think how it went down. Here's how I think it went down, Raffy, Nick. It's kind of like, okay, let's say I'm your significant other. If we're going to make this work, you're going to have to give up golf. You can only play once a week, not once a month.
Whoa.
So Pat McCaffrey, all right, not Pat McCaffrey show, whatever his name is.
Pat McAfee.
McCaffrey.
Okay.
I was thinking McCaffrey, the running back that never played for me in my fantasy league. I'm so pissed. Yeah. But nevertheless, Pat McAfee, they threw a bone out there to Rodgers. Says you can't, if you're going to come back, you're going to be there for all the workouts, and you can't appear on the show anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a thing, knowing he wasn't going to give up, so it made it easier for them to break up if it goes that route? Raph, you have to stop playing golf. You cannot hang out with Nick. Well, maybe that's too easy. Let me see.
You cannot hang out with AD.
We can't hang out anymore. Mama says, nope, you can't hang out with AD anymore. Knowing
bad influence.
Yeah. Knowing you may not give it up. No, they're going to throw something at you that they know that you won't give up, so it's more easier to break up. Do you think Aaron Rodgers comes back to the Jets, fellas?
No, I think
before training camp, no Pat McAfee show. Go ahead, Raffy.
I think there's probably more to that. Like, I'm sure he got the vibe by them putting down that you got to be at every practice, no Pat McAfee show. He's getting the vibe. How much do they really want me? Because, most teams, if you want Aaron Rodgers to play quarterback for you, you're bending over backwards trying to get him to go there. So now it'll probably be on the Pat McAfee show when he's playing in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Boy, what is that with my Steelers?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like that Pittsburgh's a landing spot. I threw out the potential of do we think Russell Wilson then goes to Vegas? Like, what's Vegas gonna do? Because I think they play a part in this as well.
Yeah, I would assume Russell Wilson does go to Vegas, but I also think Vegas drafts a quarterback also.
Even in this draft that doesn't have very many high profile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You got your guys. Go ahead.
No, it's just tough. Like you figure Shedeur is going to go early.
Yep.
Cam Ward goes early. Quinn Ewers will be somewhere.
He doesn't feel like early.
I would.
Like, do you see franchise quarterback when you talk about Quinn Ewers? And I just struggle to. I struggle that with Cam Ward too.
Yeah.
So that's where it's just like, will we see? That's why I think Russell Wilson's the possibility there for the Raiders. Reunite with your old head coach.
What do you guys think about Jackson Dart?
No,
I'm not saying he's not a franchise quarterback. Do you think he'll be drafted high?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, high.
No one
is
jumps
relative.
off the page.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Jackson Dart probably second round, third round, maybe just because of lack of other options. That's why I like sit here and I go, okay, if you're an organization, and this is where desperation, we really start to see desperation settle in and creep to the forefront, because there are teams out there that will make themselves believe that guys like Jackson Dart or guys like Cam Ward, and maybe Cam Ward is, because I see those guys on two different levels.
Mm-hmm.
But Quinn Ewers is in that boat. They're going to start to talk themselves into how those guys specifically can alter their franchise for the better. And this is where we see desperation settle in. And it actually, in fact, probably sets your organization back a year or two, because you don't go out and get a piece to help what you could draft in 2026.
Yeah, there's no one that just jumps off the paper, to your point, though, Nick. When you look at this year's draft class of quarterbacks, there's just none that just jump out and say, well, that's a franchise quarterback.
Here's a great question from 3994.
In my opinion, at least.
3994 on the text line. Honest question: are we sold on Sanders succeeding as a quarterback at the NFL? No, but I think if there's one in this class that gives somebody the best opportunity to, I think it is Shedeur.
Yeah. I don't know what that's why you wait to see what happens during the season. He has the tools. We all know that. He definitely has the tools, but regardless of Shedeur, Sanders, anybody else, I mean, you got to wait and see what they're going to do on the field first, man. But he definitely has the tools to do it. And one thing I'll say in his defense, he's not playing with a very good offensive line either, Colorado. I mean, he's running for his life quite a bit this past 2 years as far as that goes. But if anyone jumps off paper, it's going to be him rather than the others. But time will tell with that. Old Dad 34 says, I'm sorry, unknown texter 8018 says Stafford to Giants, Rodgers to Rams.
Maybe. Man, that's gross. That's gross. Stafford to the Giants, that's gross.
That'd be a demotion.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But either way, I mean, I just think that when you look at that's going to be something that we'll have to kind of keep our eyes on. Because I think the wide receiver class is pretty good this year. The running back class, we talked about it. They don't get viewed as high as they should, just because of the wear and tear that teams are always so terrified of. But I think we're starting to see that turn around and that narrative change, just because with guys like Jahmyr Gibbs and other other guys that have gotten opportunities in the first and second round that have panned out. I think you're starting to also see the wear and tear conversation and discussion not be as important, because you also have guys like Derrick Henry, and you have other guys that are later in their careers still performing at an incredibly high level. You have Saquon Barkley, and in no way am I correlating, even Ashton Genty or Jahmyr Gibbs to a Saquon Barkley. That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm inferring is that you have guys that are proving that through knee surgeries and through injuries and through wear and tear of all and everything that Derrick Henry is asked to do, he's still performing at a high level. It's more of, are you identifying the correct fit?
Right.
Or are you just taking a flyer on a guy?
Well, I'm gonna change it real quick for when I brought a break, because I want to get you guys' opinion on this. We don't know what's going on yet in Pittsburgh. Obviously, I'm biased, but
yeah,
why would you let Justin Fields go if he breaks away from there?
Who says he will?
I'm not saying. Well, I'm just saying, why would you? Because you're hearing all these talks about maybe bringing this guy, but to me, Raff, Nick, I'm keeping Justin Fields and going to give him a true season to what it's like being the guy.
Let me ask you this:
if that offensive line is fixed, I don't care who's back there. If the offensive line is not fixed, Pittsburgh is going to be the same old.
Let me take it a step further. Just focusing on just football skill, would you prefer to have Aaron Rodgers or Justin Fields?
Well, you got to go with Rodgers as far as that goes, as far as throwing the ball.
So then
an acumen, but he's not your long-term answer. He's another
is
one.
Justin Fields?
He's never got that chance yet.
Has Aaron Rodgers?
How much longer do you think he's going to play?
I'm just trying to play. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I mean, Aaron Rodgers wasn't necessarily given the best shake, and let's be honest. Like through everything in New York, we got to remember he was there for two plus years, but he was injured. He played 3 plays almost. I mean, basically in the first game of the season. So that season is a wash. The second year, his head coach got fired, and maybe it was because of his choice, but the head coach got fired, and then Joe Douglas, the GM, got fired. Like, maybe there's a lot of issues with Aaron Rodgers. There was a lot of time off.
I don't want the other stuff involved in the program.
Here's the thing, is once he started playing, we stopped hearing so much about that. It was everything that while he was sitting on the sidelines dealing with his injury that we heard about him going in the caves, and what we heard about everything that was off the field and all the pandemic stuff. Like, that's when we heard all of it. We didn't hear it. I'm not trying to be this Aaron Rodgers defender, but what I'm getting at is that do we truly know if Aaron Rodgers is capable of leading an NFL team still? The answer is we don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
Because it was at a chance where the New York Jets are, I'm pretty confident that they're just an eternal dumpster fire. Number two is he was injured for the first year that everybody was really excited about. And then by the start of year 2, it kind of felt like, okay, everybody's so far against him that we don't think this is going to work. And it just didn't really feel like there was even a fair chance.
Right.
So this, to answer your question of Justin Fields or Aaron Rodgers, the answer can stay the same, because for both of those guys, we don't know if they're capable of winning at a high enough level consistently still, to where one's just much earlier in his career than the other one.
The reason why I would go with Fields is because the ceiling is so much higher. You know what I'm saying? To where Rodgers, he's in the twilight of his career. I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with the other stuff with him.
But I
don't want to deal with
the
that.
Steelers,
Pittsburgh's got enough of that already.
I think naturally, though, we're gonna start to move away from the Ben Roethlisberger type of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think for the Steelers specifically, they feel like an organization, and I'm sorry, AD, they feel like an organization that's going to be rotating quarterbacks every couple of years.
And that's why we'll continue to be a team that barely gets in the playoffs and get bounced after one and done, until they find whoever that is, whether it's a Rodgers, whether it's a Fields, or someone else free agency, until they get a bona fide quarterback. And we all know in the NFL, you are not going to go far in the playoffs without a good quarterback.
Well,
doesn't have to be great.
And the Steelers got other issues with Pickens and all that.
Pittsburgh's it's going to be interesting to watch the campus workouts and stuff with these quarterbacks this year, because before the Reese's Senior Bowl, they were talking about how Jaden Milroe was skyrocketing up the boards, and it'll be to see in a controlled passing environment what he does and how much he rises up, and what quarterbacks from those mid-level schools that, you make that jump just under that controlled passing. Usually you see somebody rise up where you're just sort of scratching your head. And I have a feeling this is going to be one of those years where you might see some people take some grabs at quarterbacks, maybe a little bit higher than what they should.
Yeah, that's that desperation that seeps in. So,
Money G, I'm right with Kansas. I'm right with you. He goes, lifelong Steelers fan over the last 5 years. If so, Rodgers has probably become my least favorite player of NFL player. Not sure what I would do if he ends up in Pittsburgh. Me either, brother. Pittsburgh's got lots of issues. We'll see what happens in the offseason. Folks, take our last break. We'll come back with the RGT, the attitude adjustment, and close you out on this Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock. A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Cupid, the messenger of love. Psst, that guy is totally undependable. This Valentine's Day, choose Petal Creations as your personal messenger of love. From designs that say, hey, I kind of like you, to you rock my world. We know how to create the perfect floral design sure to tell your Valentine how you really feel. We have so many design choices it will make your head spin. More importantly, they will make her head spin. PetalCreations.com or 423-6500. Stop in and see us at 56th and Highway 2 in the Edgewood Shopping Center.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
If you don't have Valentine's Day plans this year, strike up some romance at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. Head to Madsen's on Friday, February 14th for the first ever Love on the Lanes, a live stage front dating show like Lincoln's never seen. The show is free, live on the bowling lanes with audience participation, hilarious Q&As, and unexpected twists. The show is free, but reserve VIP seating by emailing Sarah at madsonslincoln.com. Come for the love, stay for the laughs, and leave with memories or a match on Valentine's Day at Madsen's.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, it is no longer blowing snow in Lincoln. It's snowing. It is not blowing snow downtown. It is coming down. Hey, Raff, you guys is it still raining there in Huntsville?
Yep, still raining.
How much you guys supposed to get, man?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to rain today and then dry up tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay, bless you. Well, I'll tell you what, we got, bless you, Nick.
Oh, thank you.
We got plenty of moisture here. You know what, quite honestly, as much as I don't like when it's snowing, we need the moisture. I know the farmers need the moisture. So To those who don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of snow either, but man, our farmers could definitely use
Get those golf courses nice and green.
Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Got to keep fertilizing water, man. Got to keep the water.
Let's think about priorities here. Forget those crops.
Yeah, need the precipitation for sure out on the farms. Raff, what do you got for us for the RGT, my man?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take has to go out to my lovely fiance, Tracy. She's celebrating her birthday today.
Nice.
She's the sweetest, most kindest, coolest person I know. Love her very much. And she would tell me right now, you wish my twin sister Holly a happy birthday also. So
wow.
I hope you have a very happy birthday also. Two great sisters, two great people. So they are both Raff's Good Take.
Holly and Tracy, happy birthday to both. You have a great one, Raff. Glad you were able to be there for that. You guys have a great birthday, Tracy and Holly. Definitely. Life is precious, beautiful. The 80 attitude adjustment I love this African proverb because it says the water of the river flows on without waiting for the thirsty man. The water of the river flows on without waiting for the thirsty man. Here's the meaning. Life moves forward and opportunities slip away if action is not taken promptly, not tomorrow, not next week, but promptly, as long as you're prepared. Seize every opportunity that comes your way because they may not present themselves again. So, folks, you got those opportunities. Sometimes you can be paralysis by analysis. Once you know what to do, you got the answer, roll with it. Doesn't mean it'll always be right. No, sometimes it won't. But staying in one place is assuredly that you'll miss that opportunity. The water keeps flowing, so does life. Raff, take us away, my man.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Cupid, the messenger of love. That guy is totally undependable. This Valentine's Day, choose Petal Creations as your personal messenger of love. From designs that say, hey, I kind of like you, to you rock my world. We know how to create the perfect floral design sure to tell your Valentine how you really feel. We have so many design choices it will make your head spin. More importantly, they will make her head spin. PetalCreations.com or 423-6500. Stop in and see us at 56th and Highway 2 in the Edgewood Shopping Center.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual Planter Clinic at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings, February 19th and 20th. This hands-on event offers expert training on John Deere planters and performance upgrades, covering topics such as new technology, in-cab monitors, maintenance points, and options to increase your operations profits. New this year, classes on autonomy preparation and exact shot. Don't miss Landmark's Planter Clinic, February 19th and 20th in Hastings. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
I used to smoke. I thought of cigarettes as my best friend. They were always there for me when I needed a break.
I also thought cigarettes were my best friend, and then they gave me peripheral artery disease.
I smoked and had a stroke. Actually, multiple strokes.
I smoked and have heart disease. Here's my tip. If cigarettes